today we are headed to our buddy Michael's house, maybe to be rude and drop off another car in his property. A while back, though, we bought a 190E. I don't know why we bought a 190E. It was offered to us at a great price by a friend, and it seemed like a good idea because, well, I think 190Es look cool. But it's really not the kind of project we typically tackle, and I don't really know what I want to do with it. So, it's a non-runner, I know that. It was parked not all that long ago, but, you know, in the grand scheme of things, a fairly long time ago. I think it was parked in 2018. We'll have to verify. We'll look at the tag when we get there. So I guess today, we're going to see if we can't get that thing fired up out in the field where it has been abandoned. And then maybe abandon this other thing that is on the trailer. Don't you worry about that. We're not there yet. Oh yeah, pulling up into the field here. What do we got over here? We got the old Danger Ranger and a certain 190E. Dang. Well, I guess the first order of business will be, 2018 is the last registration on this. Anyway, first order of business, I guess, pull her out of the bushes here. You know, don't really want to play with it in there, so I guess we'll tug it out a little bit. All right. Oh, thank God. I really didn't know where the key was. I thought I left it in there. Thought I had left it in the center console. All right. Give her the old. It's moving, but it's definitely in park. Probably take it out of park. All right, here she is. So overall, actually an extremely clean little car here. You know, a few little knickknacks and some paddywhacks. Paint's not the prettiest color or the best condition on this plastic cladding, but I mean, snazzy interior. It is super nice. And listen to this door close. So, I don't even know what year this thing is. It's a 88, 12 of 88, so 89, maybe. I might be reading that wrong. Anyway, 2.6 six-cylinder car. The story is the son in Alabama had it and didn't check the transmission fluid, and the transmission took a dump. So, I don't know. We'll find out today, I guess. There's manual swaps out there we could do, engine swaps. Just everything's so expensive these days. I'd love to put a Datsun L Series in one because the Datsun L Series 6 was literally stolen design from Mercedes. So Datsun L24 in here with SU carbs and a 240SX transmission. That'd be really cool. But is it something we're actually going to do? I don't know. We'll see. So, first order of business, I guess, is, well, it's battery. I just assumed it was in the trunk because it was a Mercedes. I actually don't know. Maybe they go up front. All right, well, we'll pop the hood. Wow, it's really nice and clean in here. Simple design. Yeah. Anyway, I guess we'll go up front then. Go. Okay. Tug on this? I don't actually know how to work this. Oh, it's right there. Little Germans. Okay. Yeah, that's a six-cylinder, all right. Oh, goodness. Jesus. Thought we were going to take out the windshield. So, you know, battery's up here. That's fine. Okay. While we're in here, we might as well take a look. I haven't even looked under the hood yet. I mean, to be fair, I've owned it for a while, but I had it in my possession physically for less than an hour. So, There's a thing, you know, straight 6. It doesn't fit in here. Man, they really just, the motor is, where's the radiator? Anyway, them pesky Germans. So, let's see if, yeah, I wonder if I gotta take those off too. Probably, huh? Dang it. Tools to do an air filter. Is it really necessary? Okay. Well, you know, make sure there's no rodents living in there or anything. Apparently there's supposed to be one here in the middle, like a stud. Definitely wide open hole though. What holds that down? Service interval on air filters on this thing must not have been very often. So, no critters. That's neat. It's like the filter didn't filter. Oh, what? Come here. Tell me what this is. Maybe kind of like a, you know, the vane style airflow meters that, you know, real cars from Japan use. Maybe that's what that is. There's like no resistance. You can tell there's a little spring on that little flappy do. I'm gonna go with airflow meter. Thought there'd be a carburetor under that thing. Anyway, battery. Brought the one out of the Dodge, which was one of the ones out of the rest in peace Ford. So should at least be strong enough to crank this thing over, as long as it'll fit in this hole. So it's probably a pretty expensive battery at one point. Bosch unit. And we got the definitely from the factory battery spacers, presumably to keep it from flopping around. That battery tray is freaking huge, so I'm pretty sure the big diesel battery I brought will definitely fit in there. Oh yeah, this thing's not even big in this opening. All right, cables are even on the correct sides. Yeah, the door's open, so I guess that's the door buzzer. Nothing seems sizzly or poppy or burny or out of the ordinary under here yet. I don't know where that vacuum line was supposed to connect, but it's probably not important. Let's close that door. What an annoying little buzzer that was. Let's see. Does this look like engine oil to you guys? Probably. It is. I'm not gonna taste it. I'll leave that to the other YouTube dudes. That's on them. I'm a picky eater anyway. This says ATF. I don't know how to open it. Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, that looks extremely clean. And well, it's cold. Extremely cold. So at the moment at least, it's extremely overfilled. So, you know, good indication that that's not going to work. You know? What else would you check, you know? Darn sure ain't turning this crank, because, well, it's on the radiator. Huh. It hasn't been sitting that long. It's not all wet in here. I'm sure this one's not full of water. Sure. Anyway, I guess step one. What is step one? I don't even know. This thing's too new, fancy. I feel bad, but clearly we just turn the key, see if it starts, because I don't know anything about this thing. Let's find out. Oh. He's in the trunk. Well, that's unusual. Maybe the connections aren't good. This battery started the Dodge van just the other day, so I don't think it's flat. I did bring the jump starter though, so we'll try that. Thanks, Johnny, for this, by the way. Didn't, you know, never bought my own, but Johnny bought me one, so that's cool.
Ooh, maybe that battery is flat. Huh. Well, good news is it turns over. Bad news is, well, is there any bad news? I really don't know. It didn't start. Who knows how old that gas is, how much gas is in it. But I assume this is a modern car, 88, 89, that's pretty new. I think it's just gonna work. Let's spill some gasoline into that not carburetor. All right. These Monster coffees always get me going too, so, we'll share. Nice gentle hum above us of the high tension power lines. It's like a nice clicking noise. Pairs well with the, holy crap, that was too much. Anyway. Pairs well with the clicking noise from our starter box. Huh. Come on. Can't test for spark now because, huge puddle of gasoline. It's fine, we'll just keep trying. By my count, that started. By my other count, that battery sounds really weak still. Come on, little buddy, I need your help. Also didn't bring a multimeter, so I can't test that battery, or if this thing charges if we do get it started. The coolant smells like water. Do these things have mechanical fuel injection? Those don't look like modern fuel injectors. Well, that's for darn sure. Maybe we'll disconnect a fuel line, see if we can't externally pump something. I'm extremely unfamiliar with this vehicle, so I don't know where fuel lines are, or fuel hoses, or, well, really, how any of it works. The hell is that? With this kind of fuel system, I'd almost say that you'd have to get this to bleed before it would run. These are like mechanical injectors with a little distributor. Seems really, really old school for 89. Bosh! Top the Rockies. Wrong slogan. Yeah, that's not the one. Anyway, so, fuel. That's fuel. That's fuel. But is that the fuel in, or is that the fuel in? This would probably be the fuel out. This is the fuel in, or something. Well, I should really have Googled these things before looking at it, huh? I'm a YouTube professional. I know it. I know it all. Nope. Where's the fuel pump? So, I had this plugged in to charge last night, but either the other end of the charger wasn't plugged in, or that thing just smoked this battery. But we might have to go buy a battery. This project get way more expensive. Before jumping to any conclusions here, I do want to try to, clean up some of these connections. This is actually pretty decent looking, but this junction, who even knows if that's a good contact? So I didn't bring anything for doing that either, because, well, I'm an idiot. The only reason this battery would be dead is if I left something on in the Toyota van, or in the Dodge van, which is possible, but otherwise, it should be working just fine. Oh yeah, that one looks like crap. Well, look at that. You guys know what kind of fuel pressure these things run? Being that, in my opinion, a pretty modern car, I brought a high pressure fuel pump for this thing, but when I see that, I feel like the end tank pump's probably 30 psi or less, which means if I put that like 190 liter per hour pump in this thing, probably blow that system right on up. So crap. Okay, that's probably fine. How's your day been going? Mine's not going so well already. Do we even bother? This thing's super dead. Guess we'll look for the fuel pump. Back doors don't open very wide on these things. So I usually assume fuel pumps, you know, under the back seat in fairly modern cars. I assume that's some kind of little doodad you gotta yank on. Oh, let's get that out of here. I stopped myself because, well, that kind of looks like a gas tank. It sounds extremely empty. So, ain't got no gas in it. That's definitely the gas tank, huh? Looks like a gas tank. Looks like a filler neck. Looks like a great place to keep them from rusting. However, do these things even have a fuel pump in the back? Doesn't seem like it. I don't know much about BMWs. Mercedes W's. Isn't E55 a much newer car? Just kidding. I know it is, but it's not this one. So, man, might have to consult the Googles. How to fuel pump. So, fuel spider doodad. This looks like a fuel. Yeah, oh yeah, there's gasoline in that. Kind of looks like that's a pump or some kind of regulator. And, well, the line from that goes down to there, down there somewhere. The good thing is, gasoline came out of that. The bad thing is, it smells terrible. Oh yeah, there's fuel pressure there. So, do we waste gas by putting it in the gas tank? I don't know. You guys tell me if you see the gas door release anywhere, because it's not down there. And I don't. Maybe there's one in the glove box. I don't know how to open the glove box. This key. It wasn't locked. Anyway, it's not in there. What a cool sticker. Dang. Alexa, open gas door. Didn't work. Man, I am sorry, guys. I don't know nothing about anything, and we're figuring it out together. Tell me in the comments where it's at or something. Please. I mean, I didn't find anything, but also, if it had a latch, it doesn't now. So, that was easy. Whoa! That smells terrible. We'll use a little bit of this starting fluid real quick. Try bumping it over some more, see if the fuel system wakes up. There is an extreme amount of fuel on that airflow meter or whatever in there. So, this ignition's funny. Silly car. It's like it has no battery, but I know there's a battery in it. Like I said, just a matter of days ago, that battery was starting the Dodge van, so I ain't got no sauce. Now, I do have another battery, but it's a boat battery on the tongue box for my trailer for the winch. We could try that. Charge your jump starters. Idiot. I lied. It's not a boat battery at all on the winch. The other battery was the other Power Stroke battery. And it's got a lot more sauce. Jeez. Okay. That's good. Oh, what was that? I think it might run. We need some more gas. That's it. It's on gas from the tank on its own. About to stall. I don't know how to rev it. Rev. Oh no. It's leaking gas. It does run. we know that. Let's move some stuff around. We don't want to lose anything. There's a sticker in there that says premium unleaded gasoline only. And she ain't getting none of that. Anyway, I did see a fuel leak up front on the throttle body fuel spider doodad a second ago. We'll definitely need to address, and well, or not worry about it. Let's see. Oh Jesus, that's perfectly normal. You'll have that on these bigger jobs. I'm fairly certain it's not getting enough fuel pressure. I'm basing that solely on the fact that, well, I don't know. It was definitely flooded from that massive amount of fuel we put in there, and then it started. But now, well, now it's not. Guess we could crack these fuel injectors and make sure we're getting fuel into those. Oh, that feels like braking. Oh, yep, don't trust that. Not even a little bit. Okay, so we won't do that. What a strange, strange machine this is. Can't say I'm a fan. What do we got here? At the Spiderworks. Lots of fuel. Lots of fuel. So, fuel pressure, I don't think is the issue. Maybe fuel quality. We know it gets spark. More likely, we just need to keep spinning it over. But, I don't know. Do you know? I just wanted to do some donuts. And here we are, sweating. I did absolutely nothing except return the key, and it's idling. I reckon if we let it sit here and idle, what'll happen? Does not like revs. Does not like revs at all. Okay, good to know. Okay. The valve train is silent. Oh, well. So we got a time limit on how long she'll run. I don't know what that means. Do you? I don't. I'm not Googling anything. I don't want to know. I just want it to run. Getting nowhere. Smudge on the face there. Anyway, getting nowhere today. Back in the office here with the air conditioning. It's hot. So, doing a little bit of Googling around on the internet. I don't think any of the normal problems are actually our problem, because this was a running car before it sat up. Now, that being said, sitting is terrible for cars. Now, one thing I did find about starts and stalls is the overload protection relay. OVP relay. It's behind the battery. This thing's pretty warm. Just unplugged it. The contacts in here do look really crummy. I really don't believe that this is my problem, and I'm sure this is not something I can easily source locally. So, if this is our problem, we're damned. So, guess we'll clean up the contacts on this, maybe turn the key with it unplugged, see what happens. Can't hurt anything, right? And then, you know, well, plug it back in. Man, really should have spent some time Googling last night and familiarizing myself with this car before coming out here today. But here we are, lost in the dark. So, fuel pressure regulator, fuel pump, and a few other little doodads, EVP, I think, are culprits, potentially. Could just also still be old gasoline and it doesn't like it. Who knows? So, we'll fiddle with this for a little bit. Maybe run up the road, grab some lunch, some more fuel. Fuel pump? I don't know. Idiot. German cars are weird, man. I have our OVP relay unplugged, and it's running. Actually better than it's run since we've got it started. So maybe there's some truth to this thing. It is extremely odd, because this is the longest it's idled now. So it's idling on its own. Now, with this guy unplugged, if you gently rev it, she'll rev and come back down to 700 RPM idle and sit here and hold it. So, could be this guy, which we're not finding that local. And why does the car run without it, first of all? So, I guess the next thing to do is plug it back in, see what happens. Smoky. It's located back here behind the battery. Goes into that plug. I assume that's the ECU next to it. I kind of want to sit here and let it, since it's idling without it, kind of want to sit it and idle and, you know, verify that everything's functioning. We don't spring any new leaks. I'm dying in the smoke here. You know, watching a rat poop just burn off the manifold as I'm breathing it all in. Excellent. So, yeah, before trying this back in, we'll just let her run for a little bit. Get everything up to temp, see how she goes. Can you see the smoke? Oh yeah, just smoke signals the next town over. So, from what I've gathered, running it without the OVP relay basically defaulted to not even having an ECU. And since it's mechanical fuel injection, it's basically a carburetor. Kind of like a diesel. Smoking like a freight train out from under the engine bay, but it's probably normal. So clearly the obvious thing to do, put the thing in gear, see what happens. I want to drive it. Look at this that I found. So the tire has a cut in it, right? That looks like a razor blade that someone ran over and found its way into a compartment on the tire. Why would you ever need it to run right? It runs good enough. Definitely doesn't have a limited slip differential in it. But, I mean, it runs. Definitely not good. So maybe we'll try to find one of those OVP relays. More than likely, though, what's happening is something is wrong with the fuel injection, one of the sensors, and having the overload protection relay in there therefore turns on the ECU. The ECU sees problems and it's killing things, saying, nope, let's not do that. So, more than likely, the OVP is probably not our problem. It's one of the other sensors that I am extremely unfamiliar with on the fuel injection for these cars. I don't care. We'll see if we can figure it out later, but I think today I'm probably going to go work on Michael's 350Z, see if we can't get that thing drifting and stuff. So the previous owner had said it was stuck in second gear, or it didn't have second gear or something like that. And well, from what I've read about these cars, which is very, very, very little, apparently if the car is in drive, it always, unless you are flooring it, always starts in second gear to be smoother and quieter and shift less, and theoretically probably a little better on gas. Now, I think if you just floor that shit from a stoplight, it automatically uses first gear, or if you start off in 2 low on the shifter, I think it utilizes first gear. Now, I don't know, but the car does not like starting off if you put it in drive, but it seems to drive just fine if you select 2 on the shifter. So, the previous owner of this vehicle, well, the previous owner's son, really, the person who reached out to me about this car, he wants me to lift it. And I thought, oh, that's foolish. But now, I mean, it's kind of a safari car out here in the field now. I could see it. I mean, I'm sure it runs better with the fuel injection working, but that just lit up the tire and went all the way to rep limiter. So, I don't know. You tell me, what should I do with this car? If I could rehome it to someone who's actually enthusiastic about it, I would love to do that. Holy cow, we might need a lift and bigger tires. Now we're fine. Okay. So, but I don't know what to do with the thing. I really not in love with it. Although if I drive it around this field a little bit, I might end up falling in love with it. It's kind of smooth and nice, and crappy. The interior is spotless. Oh, power window. They work. That's right. So, speedometer apparently is working, and we are around 20-ish miles per hour, just bombing the yard. Let's see if the temp gauge works. It's reading at like 120 degrees. I think that's Celsius, so actually way less than that. It's reading at like 90 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is in America temperature, but not overheating. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Yep, it's a rally car. I don't know. Maybe this thing needs an Evo body kit and stock suspension with rally tires on it. And then a rally paint job, like, I don't know. What kind of rally paint jobs did Mercedes use? Can't wait till Michael gets home. We're gonna freaking rip this thing. It's probably normal on these, German cars to have smoke coming out of the vents, I think. So anyway, smoke was just coming out of the vents. I went to throw the fans on, and the fan slider knob doodad just literally exploded in my hands. So I guess that's a little sun-baked. And, oh, the fans work. The fans work. It's like a tornado of crap coming out. All right. No smoke, though. We're back to normal. Everything's good. All good. What a stable chassis. It surely does not like oversteers. Rude. Good enough for me. Apparently these little guys have been living on the wheels here, and or in and around the vehicle. They're not thrilled about this new adventure we've been going on. I mean, they're just, the lug holes are full of these earwigs. They've been going for a ride. This thing is still smoking from the exhaust. Must be normal. I think that's just a Mercedes thing. You know, maybe this car thought it was a diesel. It is. It's fine. It's done. For sale. Rehome fee of, I don't know. Just come by it. I don't know. So, we have verified that. The car runs. Honestly, pretty good. Transmission works good enough, more than likely. With the OVP unhooked, plugged it back in. Now the thing's been running and it's hot, you know. So, at the moment, it's idling. OVP plugged back. You guys are weak. You can't take the heat. Stay out in the kitchen. So, I guess it's hot or something. I don't know. My phone keeps overheating. And, well, you're on the phone. So, fun fact. Plugged the overload protection relay back in. And, well, you're about to overheat and shut off again, aren't you? I can tell. Anyway, plug it back in. Car, do I need to call you an ambulance? Could you hang in there for a second, okay? Talking to you. It's hot, I know, but get a load of yourself, okay? So,
overload protection relay plugged back into the car. I assumed for sure, hey, you're gonna do it again? Come on, we're in the air conditioning now. Just hang with me. Come on, stay here. Stay here. So, if you're ready to listen, I'm ready to talk, okay? Now, that little bugger over there, we drove it around. It ran pretty good, carbureted. So, after getting everything running and operating as it's supposed to, except for the fuel injection, I put the OVP relay back into its socket, got back in, started the car, and it's running just fine. Pretty sure the trans is bad, but it's not actually second gear. I think it's actually does not have overdrive. Got it up to some pretty high speeds in the field here, and it seemed like she hit neutral as her last gear. So maybe it's actually an issue of she has 1, 2, and 3, no OD. Anyway, I'm assuming just getting everything running up to heated operating temperature and going without the ECU kicking in and freaking out, cycling out some of that bad gas and running it on the mechanical injection allowed it to clear up and just be happy with the relay plugged back in. We'll have to let it cool off, see if it starts cold to really know for sure. If it doesn't start cold, then we know there is either a fuel injection issue or an overload protection relay issue. Now, I'm gonna go get lunch.
Nice.
World Star. World Star.
God.
It understeers a touch. Anda! Oh, God.
Your Uber has arrived.
Hell yeah.